Hello everyone and welcome to there's another tank available, in this case the Battle Pass tank. So here's another review of a tank that you can now get basically if you go the stages and everything. Basically this is the AMXmas. I kind of like the name pun because, well, if you follow my channel at all, you know I'm about the dad joke humor and the puns and all of that. So in that way I kind of like these tanks. It looked really dull. I am going to assume that basically that's going to get better once you get a skin or camo or whatever for it at a later stage. We don't actually get to see that, so I don't know what that looks like, but basically anything would be better than this. And I seriously hope that it will be Christmas themed. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Now, of course, the AMX-mas is based after the AMX-12T, which is a French tier 6 light tank, of course. And as per usual, it is the Battle Pass tanks is always a sort of modification of an existing tank, but with slight differences. And that's the same here. Basically, if I remove all the stats from it that you can otherwise get with equipment and food and provisions and that sort of stuff, the tank is, well, it looks even worse on paper that way, not gonna lie. Basically, both tanks have a DPM of 1309, a penetration of 144, and an alpha of 160. The rate of fire is 8.18 rounds per minute. Let's put it that way. The reload is 18 seconds, where it is 17 seconds on the AMX-12T. The reload between the shells, however, is 2 seconds on the AMX-mas, where it is 2.5 seconds on the AMX-12T. The caliber is 75 for both, and the shell velocity is 1000. Now, of course, this changes when you put food on there and when you equip the tank and everything, but basically just to give you the bare differences between the tanks. The aim time is 1.82 for both, the dispersion is 0.364. The gun depression is where basically the tanks start to differ a little bit more, because the gun depression on the AMX-mas is 7 degrees, where it is 4 degrees on the AMX-12T, and the gun elevation is 11 degrees on the AMX-mas, where it is 12 degrees on the AMX-12T. Both have an aiming arc of 180 degrees, of course, and both can go 65 kilometers per hour forwards and 23 kilometers per hour backwards. The engine power on the AMX-mas is 280, where it is 275 on the AMX-12T. And that means that the power to weight ratio is 23.65 for the AMX-mas and 23.23 for the 12T. Now, the effective HP per terrain, per ton, is slightly better for the AMX-mas as well. The terrain resistance is exactly the same, and the normal traverse is 50 degrees for the AMX-mas, and it is 42 degrees on the AMX-12T. Now, the camo while standing still unmoving is 32% for both of the tanks, where after shooting it is 8% for the AMX-mas and 7% for the AMX-12T. Now, basically both have a view range of 250, they both have 900 HP, they both have a weight of 11.84 tons. And the armor is where it gets slightly different, because the turret armor in the front is 40 for both the AMX-mas and the AMX-12T. It is 20 on the sides, but where the AMX-mas has 15 rear turret armor, the AMX-12T has 20. So that's like a whole 5 millimeters, I think it is, more. Both hull armor wise, it's 50 on the front, 20 on the sides and 15 at the back. So that's basically all the stats of the tank itself. And driving it, I feel very underwhelmed with this, because like it is tier 6, it is a light and it kind of looks cute, and I'm really hoping that with like a proper Christmas skin it's gonna look fantastic. But that being said, it is a dull tank. The reload of the clip is very long. You don't do all that much damage. You can't really use your mobility for fear of actually just getting absolutely wrecked. And the games that you've seen here and the one that you saw before, they're not exactly amazing games. It's mostly just me getting lucky with not getting shot at and everything. And right now I'm basically just trolling because I wanted to get the base and I'm letting my team do all the work. Basically, I just feel that the clip reload is too long. This tank, it's not awful, but it's definitely not great. It will look cute though, and against like the standard potatoes, you will do fine all the same. Because quite frankly, against potatoes, you can make any tank work, and I feel that that's pretty much the same with this tank. That being said though, like I said, if they get the proper Christmas camo on this, like at a later stage of the battle pass, I am probably going to like it after all, because then it just becomes hella cute. That aside though, I do want to remind people, since I've got some time left and not much to talk about anyway, that Battle Pass is pretty much the best value that you can get in the game. Like, for the buck that you spend, you get the most out of it, because you get like the free XP, you get the gold, you get the credits, you get certificates for discount when you're researching vehicles, and pretty much you get like the camos and everything. I'm really curious to see what the camos are looking like, by the way, because I'm hoping that those will be Christmas themed as well, because that would be so much fun. And in this case, like, I've been bouncing so many shots with this tank as well. But that being said, that has been a thing in the game for quite some time now, and it's been really frustrating me overall. But yeah, this tank itself, I wouldn't buy the battle pass for this tank. Like, I would get it for my collection, because I'm basically a tank collector and I'm horrible that way. But the tank itself is not worth the battle pass money. It's everything together, with the camos, with the certificates, with the gold and the free XP and all of that, and everything you get with the tank. That is what makes this worth it, basically. So don't focus on just the tank alone, but if you want to see how it drives, these are two just very mediocre battles. And I've had a fair few, but these were like, okay, they're half decent, I'll just use these then. Kind of like that, and that's saying a lot as well, in my opinion. And when it comes to this tier, there are so many more tanks that I enjoy driving a lot more, and I don't feel that this tank is competitive for the tier. But yeah, that's it for my little review here. Basically, you now see the end of the last battle. I survived. I did okay-ish, but nothing special. And that's really just it. But yeah, with a new month comes a new tank, so there's also always a new video for me. Keep an eye on my channel, however, because I will be running a series of competitions that are Christmas themed as well, which I feel why I can make a plug for that here. That's it for this review though. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you guys the next time again. Bye bye!